Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again. Right. This is going to be a pretty random video actually. This is going to be my Switch story, basically where I'm going to explain the past couple of days since the Switch came out, because I got this right here, you know. But if you've been following me on Twitter, you'll probably be knowing, because I have these like emotional outbursts I get, where that's one of that's really one of like the things you gotta know about Twitter. You know, you can't like get immediately wound up about something and tweet ahead, because 5 minutes later, chances are you're gonna look at it and think, okay, I'll learn my lesson, which I won't, but because yeah. This right here is a Nintendo Switch, obviously, and it's gone back to the shop because I don't really want it. And I'm going to explain my Switch story, as it were. Okay, here we go. So, I was quite vocal about the fact that I've got it right here, that, you know, the Switch was coming out and I didn't really want to get it right away because, you know, version 1 of like any console tends to have like a few kinks to work out. I kind of thought that at the back of my mind and all that, and you know, I could have played Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, you know? I mean, sure, it's the weaker version, technically, but it's not a substantial difference or anything, is it? It's the same brilliant game, which, by the way, it is fucking brilliant, but so, you know, there was no loss there, basically. But what happened was I went to the Saturday, the day after it came out. I always travel every Saturday from Glasgow back home to see my folks. My folks are divorced, I go see my dad first, then I go see my mom. So I go to my dad's, and my dad obviously knows I'm into this shit, and since Nintendo's actually done a pretty good job at marketing the Switch, he just goes to me, Donald, do you have the Nintendo Switch yet? And I sort of relay to him the same stuff I've been relaying the past few months, saying, no, I'm alright with waiting, you know, all that stuff. He goes, well, why don't we go get one and I'll give you some money towards it? And I'm like, no. I can pay for my own consoles, we're good, okay? But then he explains that apparently he gave my brother some money for his car, and yeah, my dad, he really doesn't like to play favourites, I guess. So I guess because he gave money to my brother, he's got to give some money to me. Happens fairly often, and I know at this point I'm not going to get out of this, right? Because he can't just give me the money, you know, it's got to go towards something, you know? So I'm like, oh god, excitement's starting to build up, it's like, I might get a Switch. So I immediately go to him, no, Dad, no. There's not going to be any available. Nintendo loves their artificial scarcity, they've not made enough units, there is no way I'm going to get one the day after launch. And sure enough, I went into like Game and G-Force in Glasgow, you know, just off Argyle Street. And it was all sold out. You know, I heard people asking for Switches. They were like, no Switches. But then my dad goes, no, I was in Sainsbury's this morning. They've got some in. And I'm like, Sainsbury's? Who the fuck goes to Sainsbury's for a Nintendo console? So hope starts to build up. Hope and excitement starts to build up. And I'm like, I don't want to get a Switch, but I have an opportunity. Do I go for it? So I just eventually go, okay, Dad, we'll go see if they've got any. I don't think they'll have any, but we'll see, right? So I saunter into the Sainsbury's, I go up to the electronics section. I didn't know Sainsbury's had an electronics section. This was in Stirling, incidentally, for those of you that are boot or whatever. And I just go up and I say, got any Switches? And he immediately goes, yeah, you want the black one or the red and blue one? And I'm like, at that point, all logic just gets chucked out. I'm like, yes, I can get a Switch. I'm going to get a Switch. Yes, here we go. And I'm just all excited that I get the Switch. And I pick up, funnily enough, even though I got the Wii U version, I know it's in the post, I picked up Zelda. I could have picked up 1-2 Switch or Bomberman R, but looking at those games, I'd done some research into them. The idea of owning a slightly better version of Zelda outweighed either of those games, you know, so I was like, okay, just get me Zelda and I'll be happy. So I take it home to my dad's and I play it for a little bit and I am loving it. I'm like, yes, here we go, this is amazing, Zelda is amazing, I am adoring this, yes. But over the rest of the weekend, some stuff happens. I am one of the sad victims of the Switch sync issue with the left Joy-Con, just the left one, which is weird. And yeah, if you just like YouTube it or whatever, you're sure to see loads of examples. Just like, folk will be playing Zelda, and if they are like, probably more than like 5 feet away from the fucking thing, you get a syncing issue where Link will start to move on his own despite having your input, or he just will go in a different direction, because I guess the signal is like, there's some input lag or whatever, you know, and yeah, as time went on, it just got worse to the point that last night, it's currently Tuesday night, I was trying to play the game, and I couldn't. I was literally just like falling off of shit, and it was unbearable to play, and I kept trying to push the Switch towards me. It just kept happening, and I'm relatively close to my telly. I was like no more than like 4 or 5 feet, okay? And it was, what made it worse is that like when you're playing in handheld mode, where obviously the Joy-Cons are attached to the fucking tablet, it was perfect, you know. I didn't get any desync issues whatsoever. So yeah, I just got really mad, and I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm returning this. This doesn't work. This is defective. Fuck the Switch. But what am I going to do with that Zelda file? Because I put in quite a few hours into Zelda, you know? So I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to have to stick with my original plan and play it on the Wii U, because I wanted to play it on the Wii U, you know? I like the idea of saying goodbye to the Wii U by playing Zelda on it, you know? Not that I don't think I'll say goodbye to the Wii U, because I'm still into competitive Smash, and I have a good few virtual console games on it that I want to play, including Harvest Moon 64. Yes, brilliant. So yeah, I installed the game, and that's my boiler going off. Apologies for that. And I started playing it, and I was honestly a bit demoralised. Like, I don't want to have to start this again. So I thought, I'll give the Switch one more try. I set it up, started playing it. It got even worse, I swear. I think the Nintendo gods were trying to tell me, no, Doug, you should totally return this. So I used that sort of anger to just like go into the the settings of the Switch, restore factory settings, and like, okay, that's that, it's done. I've deleted my save file. At least I think that's how it gets deleted. We're done. It's going back, and I'm starting on the Wii U. So I played a bit on the Wii U, and I guess that's the good thing about playing a game again. You know, there's like, you find stuff that you didn't find originally. And even though the Wii U is definitely like graphically inferior, you know, it doesn't look as sharp, and you know, just things like that, it's still an amazing game. So that's kind of my Switch story. I will get one. I really hope by the time Mario Odyssey comes out, because that's really the only game that I want at the moment, you know. I'll probably pick up Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, but it's not really like a massive must-buy for me, at least not yet, so I'm okay with like waiting out on that. But yeah, I don't know why I feel like I needed to tell this story. I just did, just to avoid pissing off Nintendo fanboys even more so, and just so that this video isn't just me moaning about the Switch, I'll talk about Zelda a little bit. It's fucking good. It's really, really fucking good. I'm enjoying it so much. It's like, I hate to say this because like almost every reviewer on YouTube, I guess, says it, and says it so like with such a straight face that you just can't take it seriously. But it's so wonderful when a game comes out that you're so hyped for, and not only does it match that hype, but it like surpasses it. Oh man, and I was like, you want to know one of my like more cynical thoughts towards this game going into it, you know? I played Final Fantasy 15. I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. I enjoyed it a lot actually. And I kept saying with a sort of air of smugness that it's just Xenoblade though, because I'm the biggest Xenoblade fanboy you will ever meet. And yeah, I just sort of felt the need to say that, even though I loved the game. And going into like actually hearing about Zelda, you know, in the years of it coming out, I got that same impression, you know. It's like, oh, it's fucking Xenoblade, you know, because they had that whole open world thing going on, that, and apparently this like no boundaries thing that Xenoblade does extremely well. Xenoblade was the best, like, you know, Xenoblade Original and Xenoblade Chronicles X had the best open world system and the best open world period that I'd ever played in a game until now. Zelda, I really can't believe I'm saying it, but Zelda surpasses that. I don't know if I like it as much as the original Xenoblade yet, but it's definitely a better open world. You really can go literally anywhere, and it's just so much fun to explore. It is so much fun to like go over there, find shit. And it's such a... There's been so many open world games lately. I'm just off of Gravity Rush 2. I want to pick up Horizon Zero Dawn, you know? And Yakuza 0. There's way too many open world games, but this one is just so well done and so wonderful. I don't give a shit. I want to stop this video right now so I can go play some more, basically. So, yeah, I really think... I'm almost convinced that Zelda was what was stopping me from, like, seeing the little annoyances that I had with the Switch. Again, the little kinks that I'm sure will be fixed later on, like, you know, a lot of you will have seen them. The little Joy-Con shoulder button things, folk have been putting them on the wrong way and they get fucking stuck. Or the stand is a piece of shit. You can easily snap it off. Or, you know, the fact that the system itself is so basic, you know, it doesn't play YouTube or any other sort of, like, useful apps like that, which will come later, I know, surely. As long as it plays games out of the box, that's really the most important thing. But it really just screams, wait, don't buy me now, buy me later. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, I will definitely pick up a Switch at some point this year, because I really want to play that Mario game. Hopefully when I buy a Switch this time, they'll have worked out whatever the fuck this syncing issue is, and I won't be affected by it. But only time will tell. So that's that. Had to get that off my chest. So yeah, see you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.